Today we'll be reading Taking Seizure Disorders to School, a story about epilepsy by Kim Gosselin. Hello boys and girls, my name is Jamie, and I'm a kid living with seizure disorder. Epilepsy is another name for seizure disorders. Having epilepsy means part of my brain doesn't always work exactly the way it's supposed to. Because of this, sometimes I may look or act differently than I normally do. Everybody has a brain, but not everybody has epilepsy. Have you ever turned on the television after walking across the carpeting in your stocking feet? Did you feel something tingly or see a little spark? This is kind of what happens inside my brain that makes me have a seizure. Little sparks make my brain send mixed up signals or messages to other parts of my body. Then I began to have a seizure. Doctors and nurses don't know why I have epilepsy. I didn't do anything wrong, and it's nobody's fault. It's okay to play with me, and you can be my friend. I can't give you epilepsy, and I can't make you have a seizure. There are many different kinds of seizures. Kids with epilepsy have one or more kinds of seizures, like me. They can happen any time of day or night. Medicine helps control my seizures, but it doesn't stop me from having them altogether. Sometimes, though, my body gives me a signal that a seizure might be coming. This is called an aura. An aura really is just like a teeny tiny seizure. It sometimes comes before a bigger seizure. It can make me want to go to a safe place. When I have a seizure, you might see me sitting at my desk acting like I'm not paying attention. I may stare off into space or look like I'm dreaming about something. My eyes might blink a lot or start to roll. This kind of seizure usually only lasts a few seconds, but it can happen many times during the day. I can't stop myself from having a seizure. After a seizure is over, I may have a headache or need to go take a little rest in the nurse's office. One kind of seizure can look a little scary to someone who's never seen it before. This seizure usually makes me go unconscious, like a sudden sleep. Sometimes I make strange sounding noises or do other things I normally wouldn't do. My body gets very stiff and then starts to shake. Please don't be afraid of me. You might even help me by telling a teacher, or you can tell the school nurse. The teacher can help too by turning me on my side and staying with me until the seizure is over. Don't ever try to stop my seizure and never put anything in my mouth. And no, it is not true that I could swallow my tongue during a seizure. It's not even possible. Remember, a seizure is just something my body needs to do. It's really nothing for you to be afraid of. When I first found out I had epilepsy, doctors and nurses worked very hard to find out what kind of seizures I had. This helped them decide what kind of medicine was best for me and how much to give me. I still go for checkups where they measure how much medicine is in my blood. This can keep my seizures in good control. I take my medicine at home and also at school. It is important to take it whenever the doctors and nurses have told me to, and I always take it on time. Has anyone ever noticed the special bracelet I always wear? On the back, it tells that I have epilepsy. I also have a phone number to call in case of an emergency, like if I had a seizure that lasted longer than a few minutes, or if I got in an accident. The people who answer the phone can tell the caller about epilepsy and how to take special care of me. I never take my bracelet off. It's very important to me and can even help keep me safe. Because I have many seizures during the school day, sometimes I may need a little more time to finish my work. I'd like my teachers and classmates to understand that I'm not goofing off or being lazy when I'm having a seizure. Kids with seizure disorders aren't dumb or stupid. Sometimes we just need a little extra time to catch up. Having seizures is only a very small part of who I am. During most of the school day, I'm doing all the same things that you're doing. I like to play at recess, I love going to art and to gym class, and I have lots of friends too. Having epilepsy doesn't stop me from doing anything the other kids do. Sometimes I just need to be extra careful. Maybe someday there'll be a cure for seizure disorders. That means my doctors and nurses will be able to stop them. Until then, please don't be afraid of me or treat me any differently just because I have epilepsy. After all, nobody's perfect. In fact, I bet I'm a lot like you another way. Taking Seizure Disorders to School, a story about epilepsy by Kim Gosselin, illustrated by Moss Friedman. Overall, I think this is a great story for students to get to read because a lot of the times children are dealing with very important issues that are kind of hard for little ones to understand. I appreciate this book and what the author has done because they really put it on a child's level for them to understand. Not only do I think it's important for students to learn about epilepsy, but other disorders like diabetes or even narcolepsy or what other students are dealing with. I haven't found any other books or even looked for any other books about other disorders, but I do believe that this is a great venture into teaching kids about very serious things like ADHD even. Thank you.